Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching my favorite YouTube channel. I made it. I defeated the spoilers, all the trolls, all the comic book websites posting images which we're not supposed to see. No screenshot has reached my vision. I made it to the multiverse of it's in the multiverse of madness, and it was madness that I did it, but it was not sadness that I failed because I indeed accomplished it. And I would like to think that you, the viewer of mine, who've been rocking with me since January of 2019, finds comfort or joy in knowing that I made it. The movie itself now, ooh, a lot of cameos. We got John Krasinski, actually Mr. Fantastic. I knew that was happening. You know why I knew it was happening? Because John Campia received photos. Another YouTuber named John Campia posted Andrew Garfield Toby, and there was a screenshot of his. He put his logo there, John Campia. And he said, I was going to post the other ones, but then I received word that they were real. And when I watched the movie, they weren't even in that movie. You'll see them in another movie. And I'm like, John Krasinski post-credit scene. It was definitely an image of John Krasinski. That's how I knew. That's how I knew he was in the movie. Then we saw Lashana Lynch returning to be Maria Rambeau. You see, in this universe, Captain Marvel isn't Carol Danvers. Instead, taking Wendy Lawson up was Maria. And Captain Carter. Now, here's the thing about Captain Carter and What If. She was not the What If version. You did not need to see that. It was a necessary viewing. Nor was watching the Doctor Strange issue of What If. That was consequential-less. If anything, maybe it introduced you to themes, but I didn't need to know about the Doctor Strange show to know what happened with the Darkhold and Wundagore and all that stuff that in this movie wasn't even the same Doctor Strange. I don't believe it was the same Doctor Strange at all. That final villain, Doctor Strange with the third eye, wasn't the What If version. So let's just call What If for what it is and say, Chillmonger, you were right. That isn't useful. I watched one episode of it, okay? The Doctor Strange episode. Nothing else. Didn't care to watch all the other episodes. It was a whole, I'm lying. I watched the Captain Carter episode one. I seen a lot of that. But like, it was on the background. Didn't matter to the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie. This movie picks up from the beginning. You're just seeing a Doctor Strange. He was the another Doctor Strange from 838, I think. No, it wasn't him. He was running. America Chavez with him. She's punching powers and picking up right away. America Chavez was, first of all, wearing the same outfit, the same skin tight pants the whole way through, the whole movie. And America Chavez was more integral to this story than I would have thought she was. She was the story. It was her power. What are her origins? Was she a mutant? Was she born with it? They never touched on that. They just know that she doesn't have dreams because she doesn't have alternate universes. By the way, guys, a dream right now, if you have a dream because the multiverse is infinite, it's happening. It really does exist. There's a world where paint is making up all of the matter. So of course your dreams are real in a universe. As far as comic book logic that works for me, it's pretty useful. As far as comic book knowledge and logic for magic, stupid. They were throwing musical notes at each other, whatever. As soon as I saw Wanda pull up on Kamartaj, I'm like, oh, we're just gonna see a whole bunch of lights. She's got red, they've got orange. That's basically what we saw. It was what musical notes and other things like the mirror dimension. Okay, ah, is this water? Okay, reflections. Boom. I figured out how to break this. Man, mirror dimension was so cool when they first introduced it, but since then, Thanos knows how to turn it into a black hole, and Wanda did what she did. Spider-Man knows geometry. It lost its luster. So I don't know if I'm gonna be amped the next time I see the mirror dimension after 2022. Pretty whack. But she is the reason exactly why this whole thing is happening. Monsters that are being sent are by her, and she's being reasonable, she says. She views herself as the good guy. WandaVision was a necessary viewing for this movie. Very necessary. And I love that it strengthens and empowers. And strengthens and empowers. It enforces that you need to be checking out these Disney Plus shows. And one point for continuity in Marvel. Very useful of a show that WandaVision thing was. It established her kids, even the Darkhold, how she just fast forwarded to being a witch, why she was living alone, all of that. And oh man, if there's only one regret I have about WandaVision, is that maybe they could have ended it off with her being darker. We had a post-credit scene where she was kind of floating and reading the book with a projection of her. I wish maybe they could have done more because the last time we see her talking to Monica Rambeau, it was like, "I understand your pain, don't worry about it." It was sort of like they were going for, a protagonists, but Wanda really isn't a protagonist. She wants her kids, though. Very necessary. That's all she wanted, kids. She comes through, and, at the ending, I was surprised she was still the villain, but at the ending, when she does kind of understand, "Okay, these are the kids, and look, I just took them away from their mother. Now I see what I" there was no epic kind of kill move. We didn't get that in the end of the movie. We got it in the beginning of the movie after Rachel McAdams' wedding. Dr. Christine Palmer, after her wedding, when the eye monster attacked and it kind of took it out, plucked the eyeball out of the socket. Oh, Sam Raimi. There's a lot of Sam Raimi horror stuff where the camera angles and look, she appears from the side. It's Wanda. Oh, she's chasing them down. Things got quiet. Oh, who turned out the lights? And the candles are all out. Wanda was a very horror movie. So Sam Raimi brought that. I wonder what it would have looked. I know it would not have looked this way if it was directed by Scott Derrickson. The way it reminded me was in Spider-Man 2 when Doctor Octopus shows up on the scene and his tentacles are just taking everyone out. Sam Raimi. There you go. So I can see the horror elements there, but we can't call this a horror Marvel film. Horror is too strong of a word. Elements though. Just like sort of like how what's the other movie? Uh Ant-Man was a heist movie, right? Elements of it. How about Shang-Chi? It was elements of a kung fu movie, but it's the same Marvel formula. Not too many jokes here. A couple of the quips, but not too many jokes. There wasn't a lot of dialogue either. So much. You guys remember the COVID effect and the delays and everything that happened during the production of this movie? Don't forget, Spider-Man was supposed to happen be after the Doctor Strange multiverse movie. Instead, they reformatted it and even shot scenes to make you know that Spider-Man happens first, Doctor Strange happens second. That wasn't originally planned. I think dialogue was pulled. Remember, this is a 2-hour movie rather than like probably a 2 hour 30 movie. If we want, like Eternals was long. I would have swapped screen times and got more movie here in the multiverse. It's pretty good. The only kind of scene that I think was bad was at the ending when Doctor Strange was talking to those black monsters and he was like overcoming it. And Dr. Christine was like, "You can do it. You're the master of mystic arts, right? Use the spirits." Mm, did it really affect everything else though? Pretty expensive CGI, but maybe they had all that time to do it, and they just put that in bonus, or didn't feel the need to cut it because they had the time to do it. Anyways, that's the only thing I probably would have cut. It wasn't too important to see him do the battle of, can I control it? Can I not control it? Because by the end of the movie, he doesn't control it. Third eye is open for Doctor Strange. I'm forgetting a whole lot of other things. I don't want to end this review now. I'll keep going. Now, the middle of the movie, the cameo parts when Mr. Fantastic and all of the Illuminati show up and Baron Mordo has dreadlocks. She would tell Ejiofor, we thought he'd be playing his regular Mordo. No. And the whole regular Mordo has dedicated his life to fighting Strange, is what he said himself. I didn't see that movie. It feels like there's something missing in between where we could have seen Mordo being Mordo, but we don't know that. The last time, as far as I'm concerned, that Mordo was in the MCU, it was to take care of Jonathan Panborn, that one guy who was using the sorcerer's magic. He never really attacked Strange, not on camera. That was kind of weak. It feels like we were missing out on something. Maybe he was going to be in WandaVision too. Maybe not. I don't know. I just feel like that was empty. The movie itself was a 9 out of 10. Great hit movie, box office draw, return to the cinema type movie. Um, Not too many crowd fan favorite moments other than when Professor X showed up and the music started playing from the animated series music. That was there for the diehards, man. They knew what they were doing with him. Black Bolt, when he spoke and his mouth was covered, but when he did the talk and the brain, oh, even talking about it, Sam Raimi, great stuff. Everybody brought it. Even when Captain Carter said, "I can do this all day," I was waiting for her to say it too. I knew she was going to say it the way she built it up. Went ahead and said the famous line. They uh, they used the multiverse for cameo purposes. Then they had cool scenes, signature scenes, and that was it for them. I'm not mad at that. It was pretty good. And when he said, John Krasinski, Fantastic Four, bleh, when Reed Richards said, "I do have a wife," good, someone will take care of the kids. Wanda. Wanda was just on it. She spoke for all mothers here. They told her that your kids are not real, and she told Strange, "Well, They're make believe, they're magic, and that's how the kids came. Yeah, that's how all kids are born after magic. Yeah, yeah. There was a little bit of double entendre over there with that line. Very funny. All in all, fantastic movie, worth rewatching. I'm gonna probably stream it right now somewhere on the internet and watch it in 1K, 0.4K. I should have said that would have been funnier. 0.4K at 480 pixels with the subtitles from a foreign language, just so I can get the breakdown. And I'll do another video on this multiverse of madness too. Quality stuff, guys. If you liked the movie, tell me how much you liked it. Out of 10, is it a 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10? Or is it a 9 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10? Let's be honest. I'm not going to be mad if you don't like it. Just share with me what your thoughts are, and then I'll talk about it in my next live video, which I'll do coming up, God willing. Thumbs up the video. It is my birthday, so I'd appreciate if you guys all thumbs me up.